and it's kind of sad how long it takes. One thing though, you should notice I actually have to get some green ones here. At some point when I found a new weapon for IF there, it gave her a higher initiative speed than the main character. So she started going first, and apparently the monster's initiative is just based on like how many of hers get to go before they do. You can't like crank your speed up and get double turns in this game really. You just go first apparently. But the problem is, it got to the point where she was going first, and then someone actually got a chance to attack me. So I went from going through really the vast majority of the game, just killing everything before it could move, because it had that multi-target attack, to one thing gets an attack off and does some slight damage. So I finally ran through my maxed out green potions for a little bit. I went from like 999 to 700. Which still isn't really difficult. I mean, again, you just auto-heal when things hit you, but... My potion reserve took a dent at one point. Anyway, though, here we are. We are at, what was that, 75% of the way through? After all that? So, 10% of the game officially. Apparently it doesn't count the real garbage cutscenes for that, maybe? On percentage points, but, hey, here we go, the last battle. That was it. Just got the weapons, and now we're done. A couple more events show up after you pick that for the actual optional step of getting the other 3 goddesses in your party, which would be, you know, doubling the size of your party from the 3 characters you have for the entire game.
Are these weapons really
But I was just curious, you know, can I just go win now? Is the end game going to be hard enough that I need to have my levels up? Or can I just walk in there, just with half the party, massively underleveled, garbage equipment, and manage to win no problem? Spoiler alert, yeah, I could. So, the other thing too that I love is you don't go back to the Sega planet to go fight the last boss. As you would logically think you could, because there's nothing on that planet really. I mean, their continent, it's always going to be the other 3. You just go there right from the Wii, where you finish up getting the last weapon. Do not pass go, do not collect $200, we are seriously done as soon as you get the last one. And here's the really funny part. Right before you go to fight the last boss, literally when you hit the I know the game option, you have to fight the last boss again. As a filler fight.
For either of us.
Yes. You have to fight the last boss as a filler fight before you go fight the last boss.
We collected the 4 weapons and we're getting amped up.
There are no words.
You're here too early.
It's like they really just could not be bothered to come up with a different boss to fight.
Arfie, am I a dog now?
One thing's annoying too is everything you fight her elemental weakness is different. Like you'd think, you know, once you figured that out through trial and error, you'd just be able to run with it, but no, every fight you have to figure it out again, or look it up again in the one FAQ. Because we can't have logical weaknesses or anything like that.
I can't move a single muscle in my body. What'd she do? Oh no! Me neither!
But oh, this fight's special.
Hey now, Arfie, stop that!
Because here, I have to fight her one-on-one, with my friends all,
I told you it will be different this time.
Tied up or whatever.
The area with a simple seal, enough to
gee, that's gonna make it a much harder fight, isn't it? Yeah, let's watch and find out.
Right. Settle this, right?
After we talk about it for half an hour.
Advantage of this opportunity. Or are you not confident without
anything ready here?
Fangirls? How disgusting, Neptune.
Come on.
I can't move. Nep, don't worry about us.
Yeah, you already established they're paralyzed. You just load the fight.
Yes. Run while you can.
Anytime you're ready.
How could I leave my buddies behind?
Now, for instance.
Being R4 is the whole reason we collected the weapons, right?
Come on.
There won't be any chance if I lost you two. Plus, she's right here. What's the point in taking the weapons to Isti?
Thank you for pointing out how stupid this is, that you're fighting the last boss before you go to the last boss's place.
Splendid. This is getting interesting, as I had hoped.
You know what? Since you're taking so long, let me just look up a fun fact on the internet, shall we?
Don't get mad if I accidentally hurt you really, really bad.
Shut up. Your powers aren't enough to tickle me. This is
Hey,
your
Wikipedia.
final stop, Neptune.
Do you have any fun facts to share with us about this fun game?
Pretty mysterious Neptune of love
Here we
and
go.
justice. In the name of the Basilica
R4.
of
Blah 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 blah. Her name is based off the R4, a Nintendo DS game card, which allowed you to download games and movies for free. So she is indeed named after a piracy sort of thing. And her evil plan involves burning illegal copies of games onto discs that summon monsters. Which isn't even, like, metaphorical, it's just, oh, I'm sorry, the fight's already over. Whoops, I talked too long. Boss fight.
enough to take me down.
Not an easy boss fight. That's one of the harder ones, as far as hard goes. That's it. Just slam the button real quick. Dead.
My
Done.
power wasn't enough?
Don't bug me. Evil will never
So,
get
congratulations, you
rid of
defeated the last boss.
us.
Now you can move on to,
Here, right?
going to the last boss's palace, defeating her again.
Even if the path to Celestia is open, there's nothing you can do.
I know I keep
Stop
harping
this
on it, but it
nonsense.
really is just
Hey,
incredibly stupid to have that fight at that point.
Wait! Nep, you let her go on purpose. I'm more worried about my fan club. Plus, you two owe her a couple of slaps. I didn't want to take your fun away.
And, yeah, don't
Understand?
finish off the
Let's go
person
say
that
hi to
you're
Isti.
ready to fight. That would just, make the game too short. No, we have to go through that final dungeon. The big, impressive final dungeon. Every game has to have one of those. Just this long, tireless slog through this big labyrinthian maze full of nasty, tough monsters that you've never seen before. With, well, I'm overselling it, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be what you think it's gonna be. Oh, I just gotta go in here and... Oh, right, I have to actually go back to, the Sega Planet. Oh, no, I don't. What was I doing there? Who knows? Anyway. Oh, I do have to go to it. That's what it was. Okay, so you have to pick it off the menu, then you have to back up, and then you have to go to the world map search menu. Then you have to run through this little cave. This is one of the reasons they palace out the cave and put in white crystal instead of blue purplish one. Still the same cave.
We're better
And it's
than
usually the purple themed cave. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before with the black dress variant. I also found a pair of cat ears and treasure chests, but those on, which had no change to my stats at all. But why not put them on? I found them.
That was easy.
And yes, 1 of every 3 fights ends with a candy shot. Classy. Here's the horrible red garbage text whenever I try to pick up a potion when I have too many of them. I'm still not sure what that's even saying. But it seems like way too many characters for, you know, already full. And this is how short these caves are, too, for the transport. They're like half the size of the ones for regular dungeons. Actually, that's not true, they're a bit smaller, but still. I'm going to show you real quick the size of a regular dungeon. Once I sit through this little plot thing one more time. In a cave.
We got all
It's
4
always in a cave.
weapons. Yes, I have followed along with your journey in the records as well. Great work. Looks like you got all the right ones.
But yeah, the final dungeon. Like I said, it's really underwhelming.
I have finished
I'm going to
preparations
pause
and
when I get into it and show you the map,
Come over here.
real quick, just to give you some idea of the size and complexity of these things. And the fact that you can get a map for everything is just weird in the first place, too.
Whoa there.
You get your mini-map, then you have the full map, and there's really, like,
This
a straight line with one dead end.
Keyholes for each weapon.
Sometimes. Honestly, having the full map is really just strange because usually the whole thing fits on the
I
mini-map.
see indentations on each of the
Or
4
comes close
walls.
enough to it that it might as well.
Now go and place the weapons in the order I specify. First is the spear into the
But yeah, we gotta talk
wall.
about putting the weapons in the slots. Whatever.
That's Miyamoto's
pad it out a
trust
bit more.
fall, right?
Don't show us or anything. Oh, here's the names too.
Now the gun into the
We've
south
got
wall.
Miyamoto. We've got
South is that way, right? Fudarogi's dual revolver. Okay, it's in.
Kuturogi. I'm not actually sure the reference there. Sorry. Don't go looking up either.
Next is the bow into the west wall.
And then
West
Gates
is
Bow,
East. Gates is wisdom
which is
bow.
terrible.
Got it.
I don't really spell it, which is more terrible.
Last is the sword. Placed
And I swear, they
into the
just say
north
Yu
wall.
Suzuki.
The hero uses Zuki's Trinity
Like half the
blade.
time. But anyway, yeah, this opens up the path to the final
Ancient
dungeon.
heroes, release
And then we
the
explain
pathway
that
to
like 50 more
Celestia
times.
From your seal.
You're almost done though. This hellish nightmare game is almost over. One last dungeon, 3 last boss
Is
fights,
everybody
and we're done.
alright? The path is open
Plus,
now. The path
way too much
connecting the
disgusting
human
dialogue.
world with Celestia.
I have been just posting 60 videos each time for an update.
Neptune.
I'm going with the whole 7 this time though, because
It is
you gotta have the
time
end
to
credits
face
in there.
R4 and save the
I
world.
probably could have cut 15 minutes somewhere along the line. But again, I had to share the pain of that important plot dialogue and how long it went on for. Which again, is how long the unimportant non-plot dialogue goes on for too. And yeah, we have to go in here and bring up another one of these scenes. I really don't understand why they can't just like give me all the plot and know something good that's not plot at once.
We're relaxed here, but this might be the final dungeon.
One thing that is nice though is that the final dungeon here at least has a unique look to it.
I think this is merely used as a
It's
base
not
of
the same
operation.
cave over again, which I was really half expecting it to be.
Costume, special weapons, and armors.
Or at least the
Evangelist
little
costume.
temple-y non-cave that you get sometimes. I'm trying to think too, what are the total things? Okay, there's this place,
R4 will laugh
there's the
at
temple
us
I
if
just
we
mentioned,
dilly-dally.
there's the cave, there's the snowy forest, there is a pirate ship that you go to like twice, there is the high-tech place, and there is Hyrule Castle, spelled R-O-O-L, which is oddly enough on the 360 planet instead of the Nintendo one. So yeah, final dungeon. Look at that map. Amazing, isn't it? But yeah, there's like 7 backgrounds, basically. Maybe 8 of them getting one, but I don't think so. Okay, the cave is palette swapped a couple times, but the layout's always the same. The texture and the
Oh, boy,
geometry is the same.
whatever. I guess I have some
And
time.
of course, in the final dungeon, we fight the same things I was fighting in the last dungeon I was in. They have super amounts of HP, but yeah. So I just ran away from that one because why not? I don't believe I need levels. I'm just going to rush the last boss. I did decide to test if I could do the whole monster call thing here, run from that, and then have no more fights to do with it all. Yeah, I fought these before too. Turns out it doesn't work that way. You can avoid all combat for basically the rest of the dungeon if you use the monster call thing and fight everything, but the number of fights you get in a row is roughly the number of fights you get in total, so it's kind of pointless. And basically, I just wasted a runaway item there. Oh well. So we just went around this corner a couple times.
They're not as
to get a couple more
strong as they
fights.
look.
Yeah, these are things that were actually hurting me because they have just like 5 billion HP and they hit everybody. There's still no challenge, but they will drain your healing items. You actually stop fighting.
I hope we'll find something nice.